OKOP.
All right, welcome to another episode of OKOP with Samuel Donner.
And John Frye.
All right, so John, I got a juicy one for you.
Juicy, spill it on me.
And juicy is actually a little bit of a spoiler. Today, I effed up by eating over a gallon of pudding and vomiting everywhere. Content warning, I've seen worse on here, so I thought I'd share. This is gross, though, so just warning you.
I love gross. Let's get into it.
Okay, so when I was in middle school, I had more or less the exact same breakfast and lunch every day. My mom liked to keep things simple and cheap, so every breakfast I had Fruit Loops, and lunch was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, Capri Sun, pear fruit cup, and something that switched depending on what was on sale at the time.
So all sugar, basically.
All sugar. This
No
is
shade,
not
but,
this is by far not a healthy breakfast and lunch. Like freaking Americans. For most of the second semester, that moving thing, the thing that was on sale, was a large vanilla cup of pudding. 60% more than normal vanilla cups, actually.
Hey.
And it was creamy.
Oh.
Sometimes I was not hungry and saved it for later in my locker and ended up just never eating it. Which, like, dude, are you really saving things in your locker? Like, pudding goes bad, man.
I would do that. I'm not going to lie. That's definitely something I would have done.
What
Like, I
about
would have
the
thought it
mold?
through. I'm a child. Like,
The
I'm just like, oh, I
mold,
want to save
though.
these snacks for later.
All right. Well, I wouldn't do it, and neither should you. Sometimes I was not hungry and saved it for later in my locker and ended up never eating it. At the end of the year, I had over 3 packs worth of cups, around 18 of these jumbo cups, which is basically like
Wow.
almost 30 regular cups. That's a lot of freaking cups.
a lot.
A lot of cups.
A lot of pudding.
In the last week of school, I took them all out at lunch, wondering what to do with them. I'm imagining like this tower of cups, and he's looking at his kingdom, and he's like, what should I do with all these cups?
Also, did you ever have at the elementary school table like the market for like trading stuff like grapes for cookies and like
No, I did
No?
not. No,
Dude, literally, like, honestly, I love it. It's like an economic experiment. Every day at lunch, it would basically be like a bazaar, and everyone would be trading, like, okay, you have a Kit Kat, I'll trade you a Pop Tart. Okay, you have carrots, I'll
Damn.
trade you grapes. Like,
Your school was very entrepreneurial.
Good
What
God.
was the best thing you traded for?
oh my gosh. I think I would trade maybe like carrots for chips or like something like that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. That's a good trade.
Yeah,
That's a good trade.
yeah.
I was actually called Salad Boy in middle school.
Salad boy.
Yeah.
Salad boy.
Bro, I had the worst in the middle school standards. I
Right,
had the
right.
worst lunches because all I had was salad. No one wanted to trade with me. In fact, it got so bad that this was at the time when Soldier Boy was like really big.
Oh, for sure.
They fucking made a rap about me called Salad Boy.
Oh my God.
And
What was
to
it?
this day, I still remember it.
Please.
It goes, Salad Boy up in the O.
Oh.
Wait. Salad Boy up in the O. Why me crank that? Why me roll? Why me crank that Parmesan and Superman? It wasn't even that creative. It just they replaced salad with and Parmesan.
Bro, they say crank that Parmesan.
But it was
no, that's amazing.
mortifying.
Oh my God. Wow. I am genuinely so entertained. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Not a popular kid in middle school.
Wow. I am sorry about the haters, and like I like definitely I would probably be like so sad if that was me, but also that is just
It's hilarious
just
looking back
so
at it.
entertaining. Also, it's so sad because it's like your mom was doing the right thing.
Bro, yeah, she was trying to feed me right, trying to make me not a little fat kid.
Yeah.
And I got made fun of for it.
And it's so sad, man. Oh,
Bro, actually, another thing like that is I had a 6-pack, like, basically since I was born. And
subtle flex.
All right,
subtle
subtle flex.
fucking flex.
But, bro, in fucking middle school, they called me vagina stomach.
Bro, what? You got made fun of for having a 6-pack.
Yes, they'll make fun of you for anything in middle school, dude.
What?
I know. It was
That
dumb
is
as
cra-
hell.
I was out here trying to have a 6-pack. Wow, vaginas. You know what? You know what that was? That was all the other boys, because it's like it's all ego and insecurity, right? So it's like, okay, here's the guy who like actually looks good, and the ladies were like, how do we put him as far down as possible? We make a rap about cranking Parmesan and call his stomach a vagina. Like, wow.
Oh, dude, middle school was a rough time.
Wow.
man.
This might be the best banter of the entire series. Like this is
Just
straight
learning new
fire.
things about each other all the time.
Wow.
Anyway, in the last week of school, I took them all out at lunch, wondering what to do with them when my really rich friend Max says he will give me $100, 100 smackaroos to eat all of them.
$100? That's $10,000 in kid money.
That's hella. That's hella. I didn't even know what I'd do with $100.
Seriously.
Now, my mom never gave me an allowance, and I never had money, so this was like winning the lottery for me.
This is $100,000.
It's $100,000 in kid money, baby. Plus, everyone wanted me to do it, so I did. Peer pressure or no, I wanted that money, and I wanted to impress people. I love how, like, impressing people is like, I'm going to eat a fucking 100 cups of this
100 cups of pudding. Like, wow, man.
So I went and grabbed one of the plastic sporks the cafeteria let us have and started eating one cup after another. Now, at the time, I loved vanilla pudding cups, so it wasn't really that hard to eat them, but I felt a pressure building at the back of my throat, and it quickly became difficult to swallow the semi-solid pudding over
semi-solid?
and over. Eventually, though, I finished the pudding, and Max gave me $100, but the story is far from over, fam.
Oh, God.
I felt good about the money. Not so good about the gagging feeling from the back of my throat. The next period goes by, and I cannot remember what was talked about. I was too focused on keeping the growing, dense pressure at the back of my throat from erupting out in class.
Use it as an excuse to get out of class. I would have done that.
Though, unfortunately, in 8th period, I could not hold it anymore. I told my teacher I had to leave to go to the bathroom and stayed there for the rest of the period and an hour or two after school. An hour or two. I threw up. A lot. 2 whole hours of nonstop gagging. It was like syrup, not liquidy whatsoever. I was barely able to breathe. I'm fairly positive I passed out briefly after a while of vomiting. I believe this because I remember my face and glasses being covered in a mixture of pudding and bits of my lunch. Eventually, my 8th period teacher got my male history teacher to head into the bathroom where he found me still coughing and gagging into the toilet. I think I might have gagged looking at the scene of pudding on the toilet, the floor, and my face. Dude, that honestly must have been like a murder scene. Now, I'm about to gag right now, bro.
I'm literally like, I'm not feeling great.
Dude. I'm just imagining like the history professor coming in and just slipping everywhere. Like skating. Whoa. Honestly, I thought I would die. I thought I would die with how hard it was to breathe. After what seemed like forever, an eternity, I was stable enough to stop crying. I was crying. OP was crying.
I would cry today if I was vomiting for 2 hours. Guaranteed.
He washes his face clean, attempted to drink some water, and eat some solid food to get over the nausea. My mom picked me up after she got off of work as a nurse around 8 at night. I was off school the next day with people thinking I was sick with a virus. I never told anyone this the last 6 years. I don't know if the $100 was worth it.